Hello everyone and welcome to 4 DMs and a Noob. I am your host, Ryan Butler, and Supreme DM Overlord of this session. To my right, I have D-Dub, Daniel Weber, who was the previous inglorious DM Supreme Leader himself. Hey, introduce yourself, D-Dub, and say hi to your fans.
Hi, fan.
Singular.
If you could stop, sleeping on my lawn, that'd be great. It's getting pretty weird. The show's not even actually being broadcasted yet. We're still recording episodes, so not really sure how you found where I live, but it's great to meet you. My name is Daniel Weber, and I play Gwendolyn Rapper, also known as Gwen. And I am happy to hand over DM duties to our one and only Ryan Butler. That's all I got.
Well, it's good enough. And next to him, we have Chase Esmiel, who was our first DM. Please introduce yourself and remind everyone who your character is, sir.
Chase Esmiel. No, I'm just kidding. It's nice to actually get to play multiple episodes without having to think as a DM. So, Ryan, I know you're having to go through a lot to get this going because I was there. But I'm playing Basil of the Rue. I'm attempting an Irish accent. As we know, it's not really there, but, bear with me, guys. I'm not a voice actor like Zach.
Yet.
No, it's Zach. Yeah, that's me. I'm playing Basil of the Rue. Fun fact, we all leveled up. So for me, I'm the only one in the party that is dual class as well, from what I understand. Multi-classing.
As professional DMs say.
Yeah, there's a reason it's called 4 DMs and a Noob. I'm the noob, obviously.
What are you multi-classing into?
Oh, I'm multi-classing into Rogue, so I'm going to be a Bard Rogue. Very small dip into Bard, the rest of it will be Rogue. Maybe, depending on how the story goes.
And in a land far, far away, we have our fourth mysterious DM who has not DM'd yet. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Zachary Church. Yes, I will be playing Norm Ligor, also known as Norm. I am a plasmoid monk. Since I'm not jam, because jelly shake like that.
And then, to my left, we have the one and only Noob Goob himself.
That's right. My name is Joshua Waslosik, and I am playing Janu, also known as Janu. A mysterious character who's coming from a distant land, and when he gets here, he has no memory of who he is or anything like that, which I think fits into my character first time playing, so kind of going into this not knowing much. So, hey, Ryan, as someone that may be just listening for maybe the first time, which if you are, go back and listen to start episode 1, right? But, tell everyone the concept of 4 DMs and a Noob. I think it's a unique concept, even for a first-time player.
So, 4 DMs and a Noob, our concept is that we are having kind of a rotating story between our 4 DMs. So, one DM will lead a session and tell that part of a continuing storyline, and then the next DM will follow up where that DM left off. And so you'll kind of see different game leadership styles that way. But yeah, that's the main concept. So we started off with Chase Esmiel, then we got over to Daniel Weber, and then now it's me, Ryan Butler, and then it's going to be Zach taking me to church. So that's really the main concept. Then we got our noob here, who is your self-insert as a listener, and to help you.
But in reality, he's much more than a noob. He's doing all the sound, audio, and everything, and doing so much more, and is so much more professional than
You're saying
else.
That this doesn't just happen?
Yeah, no, this doesn't just happen, believe it or not.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
He does a lot of the legwork, which we are
Well, this is the first I'm hearing of it, folks. I just thought I spoke into this thing and y'all heard it. But
All the background music, it's playing right now, right?
Yeah, it's playing right now as we speak.
so why is this guy strumming the instrument behind me then?
The only real wizard here is Josh.
I try.
No, he's definitely way more professional than all the rest of us, which is nice. Keeps us on track.
He's our audiomancer. There we go.
Audiomancer. I like that.
I think I have a really good imagination, which helps.
Yeah.
So we may lead the fantasy world, but our noob leads our life. So.
Yeah, for
Yes.
real.
So
We tell the story.
here's the question: if it was specifically electronic in the background, would that make him our technomancer?
Next character.
Next character. I think they call that artificer.
Well, I mean, I think that's before we get going. Ryan, what happened in the last few episodes? Episodes 3 through 5 were our last session. So,
Well,
Yes,
in
tell us.
the last sessions that we had with our supreme leader Daniel Weber, he had us sing some jailhouse blues. Like it was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Some of us got neutered and whooped, and it was a pretty hard time. But we've grown in
Usually
the
happens in
experience.
jail.
But
it's interesting though. Your character went from kind of whips and chains sexually in episode, I think 2, right? And then
was
to
it
whips
earlier? Darn.
to quote unquote whips and chains in a much more severe manner in episode 3.
Yes.
Much less sexy,
He-
much
yes.
more. Oh God, I'm
He's been
dying.
spiritually whipped, and we'll see how that affects his character going forward. For those of y'all that don't know, my own character is Solon, and he is a formerly winged tiefling, and they're still there. They just dangle. Don't worry. But
Like a flamingo now.
yeah, like a flamingo. I, for some reason, he's just standing there on one leg. But yeah,
third.
that's where we left off. We escaped from prison, and we were tasked by the warden as we escaped with a new mission contract to do some nefarious deeds on his behalf.
I would use that word escape very loosely. We basically won our escape and had the choice to either basically, I would say, remain in prison or join with the warden in his schemes.
Was that the choice? We won out of prison by killing a whole horde of frogs to open the door for us, I thought.
But I feel like if we had said no to his request, we wouldn't be alive right now.
I mean, you're if that's what you think, that's your fan theory.
That is 100% my fan theory.
It had nothing to do with Basil literally jumping in and say, "Hey, let's just follow him."
We'll
Had nothing to do with that.
we'll see how powerful this new foe that we have joined forces with, possibly temporarily, possibly not.
And this is the beauty of having the rotating DMs, is because this is the beauty about having the rotating DMs, because once my storyline's done, Ryan can take it however he wants and just completely go AWOL with it. So I have no idea what he's planning on doing. Yes, Chase?
Are you okay?
Chase? Please laugh into the microphone.
He's like crying laughing right now.
Is Chase dying right now?
Some-
Is it
someone
because I was
cast a
already
spell.
schooled by our audiomancer 3 seconds into the recording after multiple discussions about how we need to put our face doors next to the microphone?
Well, thank you for
Just use the phrase "face door."
thank you for your input, though, D-Dub. That was very valuable, even though it was improperly executed initially.
Put your face door inside you.
We're never gonna make it to the iTunes, to the Apple Podcast store like this.
The Apple Podcast Store.
Yeah, I'm old. I've just been schooled recently this last week for calling my phone a picture phone. And somebody wanted me to take some Christmas pictures. It is Merry Christmas to all of our listeners.
Merry Christmas.
It is the
I hope you
holiday.
got lots of
Happy New
pictures
Year.
on your picture talkies.
Which will really give you an idea of when we filmed this, or not filmed this, but recorded this, depending on when this episode finally comes out.
But for us, it is the 5th day of Christmas.
It
So
is Christmas of 2017.
This is my favorite Christmas present so far.
It's the only one I got.
what, the Apple Store and the picture phone?
And I think it is worth pointing out that I said all those things while using an iPad for my character sheet.
I have paper.
All right.
You know, talking about character sheets, though, this is actually a good part to I guess, kind of start. We did level up to level 2 at the end of episode 5.
Yes.
So, as someone that is a noob, Orion, walk me through what I need to look at here now that I've, in my character sheet, now that I've leveled up.
So regardless of whatever class you have picked, anytime that you level up, the first thing that you should probably worry about is your hit points. So you should check on what your class's hit dice is. And for your class as a fighter, it's a D8. And so therefore, you would roll a D8 and then add your Constitution modifier. And then you'll add that to your current hit.
So I do that right now, roll a d8. Because we didn't do that last time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's do it live, right? So,
yeah, let's go.
Do
so
it.
I'm going to roll a d8 here.
We'll do it live.
Which one is, is that 8? Did I just roll an 8?
I don't think that's a D8.
That's a D.
Oh, that is a d10. Okay, let me,
The D8 has 8 sides.
let's see.
Oh wait, no, he needs a D10. Who said D8?
You did.
You did.
The all-knowing DM.
I said D10 is the
So,
fighter's
so
hit
I
dice.
did have the
No,
right
you said
one.
D8.
To absolutely.
Yeah.
So then I landed on the Triforce, which I have Triforce dice, says my
That's-
character is
Loosely
not.
based.
I would not say loosely. I would not. Let's say for the sake of
Loosely.
loosely.
Super loose.
There's a 9% difference.
At perfect.
But
There's a loose link.
hey, but it did land on the Triforce, which here is a 10. So I rolled a 10 on the D10.
And then you would add your
Oh, you do have a
Constitution
D8,
modifier.
so you don't get to roll a D10.
No, it is.
No,
No, it's a
D-
D10.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So where do I put that in here on my?
So you would go to your hit points,
Okay, right
and
here.
your hit point maximum would add the new number.
So at 10,
10 plus your Constitution modifier.
which is so the plus 2.
Yes.
So it would be 12.
Plus 12
Okay.
to your total, and that'll be your new total for your health.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm not the DM.
All right. Now, once you have your hit points squared away, the next thing you want to do is you want to look at your class sheet and see any new abilities that you have attained from leveling up.
Now, how would I know? Because if I can't see what it was before, for instance, how would I know what that would be?
So ideally, you would have your player's handbook, or your DM will have the player's handbook for you to look at the pages. But if you're using some online source, then on the class description of the online source, you would go down, and as you read the base class, it'll have, after the first level starting abilities, you'll have the second level abilities. When you're just looking on an online generated character sheet, a lot of times they don't actually tell you what level you got those abilities. They just tell you have those abilities now, so you won't be able to see what's new unless you remembered what you had previously. So it's pretty important for you to really look into the level breakdown in case you don't remember everything, so that way you're very aware of what the new things that you have gained is, so that way you can try maybe to focus on those, learn how to work those into your strategies and things like that.
But I feel like as a fighter too, it's probably not going to be as vast as maybe.
Ooh, that's where you're wrong, sir.
All right,
'cause,
that's the noob right here.
At level 2, you probably get your most important ability, which is Action Surge, I believe. Is that level 2? Am I right?
I have actions. I don't see action surge. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
Action Surge is probably the most sought after fighter ability for everybody, and you will be able to have 2 attack action, or 2 actions, I believe. It doesn't even have to be an attack action.
Just
Two-
once during a short rest.
Yes, once per short rest, you'll have 2 actions.
And so that's basically, if I'm having a big battle, I can only use it once. Right? 'Cause
Big
it's short.
battle, big enemy, or just whenever the heck you want to.
Yep.
Okay.
You pretty much just, your action, you're surging, so you get to do everything, something again.
It's what makes
Fighters
fighters
so good.
have the most attacks out of any class
Okay.
possible.
Because I'm assuming as you level up, you get more.
Bonus attacks
Yeah.
and everything like that. And so pretty much instead of just doing one attack, then you'll be able to do 2. But then with the action surge, you'll now be able to do 4 in essence. So you get a whole nother round.
So it sounds like hit points and then just different abilities is what you're kind of. Now, does your bonuses, do those increase over time as you level up?
Yes, so your proficiency bonus will increase. You can just look at the character progression chart, and it'll tell you as when you reach certain player character level thresholds. So that's not tied to your class. Say you added another class in, it wouldn't matter how many levels you have in each class because it's your total character level.
Okay.
And once you reach certain thresholds there, you'll get up to a maximum of a +6 on your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
And as you go through your character classes, you'll have moments where you can increase your ability scores. But you haven't reached that yet, because the first threshold for that is level 4 in a class. It's not just character level 4, it has to be level 4 of a specific class. So for our friend Basil here, who is multi-classing, he won't reach that threshold till later.
And now, just one more question as a noob here. My proficiencies, is that the ones that are like the black circled ones there?
What's
Yes.
your proficient? And
So
Yeah.
whatever skills you chose to specialize in,
Gotcha.
that is your proficiencies. And
So,
that's where
like,
your proficiency bonus is.
If I had a +4, it would become a +6, right?
Yes, but I believe online, those plus modifiers, it should already
Automatically.
be factoring in the proficiency bonus
Gotcha.
onto it. So yes, normally you would have your...
I didn't know that happened when I clicked that.
So it's always going to be like, for instance, deception is charisma. It'll say next to it CHA, or history is intelligence. And that'll always just be your modifier. But if you're proficient in it, then you get to add your proficiency bonus, which changes based on your level. And that's always usually up in the top left of your character sheet. And then if you have expertise in it, then you get to add your proficiency again, I believe.
double it. Yeah.
But if you stay as a fighter, you shouldn't have to worry about expertise unless you get a feature later on outside of your class.
Perfect.
Just me.
Well, of course, if I ever have any questions when we're playing, I always ask anyways. So I think I am good on that.
We will Google it.
All right, you good? What about you, our far distant astral plane friend? How are you doing? Are you ready to roll?
Oh, just wonderfully. 1 second while D&D unfornicates itself. Over here is quietly having technical issues. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, I went through and I have already leveled up and done the things.
All right, everyone's leveled up their character. Everyone is now level 2. All right, let's roll.
What do you look for?
Play.
D20.
Everyone roll a d20.
All right. 17 for me.
4.
4.
What about you, our astral friend?
Astral friend. That's an 11.
That's 11. Well, Janu, you
You're all dying.
You are leading back to the town in the group formation. All right,
The guy with no memory of anything.
well, I hope you at least remember the town that you just came from.
I hope you remember Christmas. Something you don't forget.
This will be a much bigger issue if you're having that kind of memory problems and just forgetting your past life. So go ahead and, since you're leading the group, give me a perception roll.
And that is a D20 as well.
It's a D20 roll plus your perception bonus.
All right. So that's an 8 and a 4, so a 12.
12. All right. You can look up at the sun and you kind of assume that it works the same way as wherever you might have come from previously. And you just have like a kind of an innate sense that you can kind of sort of guess the direction of where you're going based off of where the sun is positioned. You believe that you are currently in a southern direction to the town that you need to be heading towards. So,
And we're heading back to the town we were just in.
yes.
Okay.
And you are leading the formation. What do you want to do? How do you lead everyone back? Everyone else seems kind of still like dazed and thinking about the past events of of what was going on.
You said we are south of the town. We believe.
Yeah, you believe you're in the southern direction of the town that you are.
And we're still in the kind of the forest area.
Yes, you were in the forest. Y'all just left the underground complex that y'all were subjected to, and you're now wandering the forest.
Now, I'm gonna use the same map you're using here.
Yes.
Are we like in the forest, or are we on like the roads in the forest?
Oh, you're in the forest.
Okay.
There's no roads.
Okay.
And a reminder, your character can't see that map.
True. I was just getting an idea of it. Yeah. Well, as someone that doesn't really know what to do and is still a little confused as well. I mean, I'm going to talk to Gwen because Gwen, he wasn't in that fight, so
Gwen isn't with us.
Yeah.
So at the very end of last episode, I had met up with, or when you came out of the exit after you had finished murdering so many people.
You don't
Toads.
know that. We didn't tell you.
No.
I didn't bring any frog
So
legs,
once you guys got out, yeah. I was so pissed.
He just sees the blood.
Once you guys got out, Gwen had, I forgot what he said, but he said something like, he made...
Okay,
you
so
guys
Gwen was at the entrance, and he's probably the only one that's not shocked and confused
Yeah.
then.
He had escaped from the city hall through a secret passageway.
Okay. Watch the filler episode for more information.
Episode 5.5. So I mean, I would turn to Gwen and be like, "Hey, man, I think we're trying to get back." At the end of the last episode, we talked about going to this inn, the Strudel Inn. That's where we're supposed to be meeting Jessalo. It's not Jessalo. We're actually meeting with two men that the warden is sending. So I'd be like, "Hey, Gwen." So fill Gwen in, obviously, while we're walking where we think is heading towards the town. Be like, "Hey, Gwen, when you get back to town, do you know which way to get back? How to get back?"
Can I, from where I am, do I have like nature senses to figure out where town is by like just
Go
where the sun is, all just the normal traveling.
Go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage because you had just come back from that area, so it's still pretty fresh on your mind.
18.
18? Yeah, you definitely know the way back. I mean,
Well, follow me, little honeybee.
Oh man, I missed that voice the last 3 episodes. Let me say.
Did y'all have a good time playing with your friends in jail? Did y'all find anything out?
I feel like for some people, it's like that Rick and Morty episode at the beginning where they just get into the ship and they're like, I'd be like, you know what? It was we've had better days, but I think we are on the right track of hopefully getting on the right track of hopefully trying to rescue this daughter Drumliff.
Well, I got a whole book of all the Eldorian debtors, so we have some pretty solid information. What did you all get?
I got a boomerang.
That's pretty snappy. But did y'all
Scars.
get anything to actually help us in our
Well, I mean,
goals?
we got a meeting with the warden. Those 3 guys that attacked us when we first showed up.
Yeah.
So they actually are working with the warden. They trapped us in the prison, and they're working for the warden. And we felt our best way of getting out of the prison was to work with the warden for the time being, to kind of infiltrate, if you will.
Well, wiggle my ears and
Penetrate.
tickle my toes. The warden's a bad guy.
Shocker, I know.
So much death.
not compared to what's going to be coming to him.
As you can tell, Soren he cannot fly right now anymore.
Oh,
Was that
I
supposed to
just
be a
thought
joke?
I thought you
No.
were flying because
What did I say? Did I say Soren? I meant Solon. I'm sorry.
I just thought you weren't flying because all the shrubbery around us. You didn't want to get caught up in your wings. What'd you do? Did you hurt yourself?
No.
Oh, does this happen to you sometimes? You just
No.
Oh, this never happened to you before.
No.
I'm sure it happens a lot to tieflings. Is there anything I can do to help?
Probably not talk right now to him.
Okay. And Gwen just starts whistling and walking along.
You know what, guys? We are going to have to think of a plan, though, because Gwen wasn't part of our crew, so the warden may be suspicious if we showed up with another guy. Gwen, you have that power to hide yourself, don't you?
Oh, I can be pretty sneaky.
So you may think about him maybe once we get closer to the inn, about maybe Gwen telling us and trying to keep out of sight, unless we think we can convince the warden to have him join our crew.
We're not meeting with the warden anyway.
Do you think the mayor
Wait, we're
or
not?
the assistant mayor know what the warden's doing? Are they on cahoots?
The assistant mayor doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, he died.
Oh?
So dead.
Did you keep any of them?
Well,
I kept the socks.
we were told he was dead.
You were.
Yeah, we were told
Well,
he was dead by
I
the
mean, we
warden.
also saw him get chopped in half.
His legs
I didn't
got
see
crushed.
anything.
I mean,
His
yeah,
legs got crushed in half by the door. It
Oh
kinda
my! You
shattered.
all had a wonderful
Well,
adventure.
losing your mode of transportation doesn't mean you're dead.
It's true.
what do you think, though? Do you think we should?
I don't know what to think anymore.
So the assistant mayor's dead. Did we do that?
Yeah, I grabbed him.
Are we going to
tried
be
pull him.
blamed for that?
He was trying to run.
Well, no, because
Oh, we 100% will most certainly be blamed for that, just based on who we know the warden is.
well, but right now we're working with the warden, so we won't.
Oh,
be,
we are.
Yeah.
So we're working with.
Well,
the
I guess it's not official yet. We have to meet with the 2 men at the end.
You know what? I'm just going to go along with it. I don't need to know the details. I trust you guys. We've been best friends for a day now.
I believe the term is double agent. We're not actually working for him, just
He's a means to
You
end
know.
right now.
I guess to get back on track, I guess Gwen, you're going to point us in the direction towards the town.
Yeah. So we're walking. We're walking and talking.
All right.
So,
So, as
the real question though is, are we going to, when we're going to go to the tavern to go talk to these two fellows? Another thing is we need to still find those 3 men that assaulted us and get some questioning done as well.
Well, I think that's going to come in time because if we can get in with the warden, then we're going to meet up with these 3 because we'll be working with them, I would assume.
You didn't even get to talk to them while you were in jail?
Oh, they said a few words and left.
They
As
left?
They mocked us and they left jail afterwards. Yes.
I think the most important
I
thing
feel
is,
like y'all buried the lead on this one.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, we it was prison. You know, we did a hard time.
Nobody took it harder than Norm.
there was nothing fruitful in that endeavor.
Nothing.
No.
It was a waste of time.
no. There was absolutely no fruit.
At least you got a boomerang, whatever that is.
At least you got a book that has some information that's more than we can say we did.
You were very successful. Thank
But-
you for doing
Way to go.
things.
We
you're
definitely need to meet with these guys because, like I said, I think our key goal is still rescuing Drumliff for Bildo
That's what your goal is.
Yes,
and getting that's one of the goals. Yes.
So, do you all think, I don't know where this tavern is, but how you all left the prison, do you think that we should have to put some contingency plans into place in case some guards are looking for us? Are we wanted?
Not at the moment because we earned our freedom by agreeing to work with the warden.
but once again, the warden is a sick, twisted man and would most likely betray us as fast as he could. So we have to have contingency plans here. There is no doubt about it. This is a very corrupt town. This utopia that they spoke of is other shite.
Well, what contingencies are you talking about?
Does the mayor have a daughter or a child?
It's not time for that, buddy.
I think your eyes are seeing red a little bit. So I think
went for the killing.
I think right now
But,
I think
a
our
contingency plan.
I think right now our plan should be meet with these 2 guys at this inn, and then make a plan from there. That's what I think. See what we're getting ourselves into.
If we're currently on a job for the warden, I don't see him turning on us until he sees us as no longer being useful.
I agree. But at the same time, I would like to have a contingency plan. Maybe have something that is worth to him that if things do go south, we will be able to make it,
All right, but the moment that he sniffs out that we have done something towards
That's
having
true.
something over on him.
He
then-
kind of does have all the.
And I don't
cards.
think he fully trusts us yet either. I mean, after you told us about your conversation with him, you know, he definitely, and what you said to him, as we, you know, he's gonna have he's gonna
It's
have
his way. That's all there is to it. It's
and-
what he wants.
exactly. And until we can gain that trust, he's gonna be very cautious with us, I think.
Gwen stops just right where he is, pulls out this big book with silver bindings. It says Eldorian Debtors. One second, let me look for something. And he's gonna flip through the pages, the last handful of pages, and try to see. Do y'all know what the warden's name is?
Yeah. So the warden's name is I got it in my notes here. Not incorrect at all. I knew what I was talking about.
Everything's fine.
Fritz.
No noobing happening.
Fritz Helmut.
All right, so I'll start rolling through the pages, seeing if I see any Fritz's name in the debtors list.
All right, give me an investigation check.
18.
All right. 18, you go through the pages and you don't see his name there.
Okay.
How about Bildo, what's the black, is it blacksmith? Is that what he was? With the father of the
I believe he was a leather worker.
leather worker.
I think I did see his name in there, if I remember right. Would you like me to roll investigation?
Borrowpick is his last name.
Yes, roll investigation.
Bildo Borrowpick.
Crit.
Nat 20? Okay, you do see his name there.
Okay, so I'll dog ear that page. How much does he owe?
He currently owes.
So much.
He has a 2,000 gold debt.
Gold. Does it say what it's for, or does it just the...
It's tied to his business.
Okay.
It's not tied to him personally.
Well, if he owes that much money, I don't think one child is enough for that debt.
Depends
I
on the
think he has
child.
two. Oh, he has two.
Are there any detail, like how long, like, I guess it doesn't really matter. He would be able to tell us what the, like, when the debt was incurred and everything. Okay.
Do you think we need to go see him real quick before we go to the tavern? And see who he was in debt to? Or does it say in the ledgers?
So it says he owes money to the city.
it's to-
It's the debt and taxes to the city.
Yeah, I don't think that would. I don't think that would give us any more answers. Unless, I don't think so.
Well, maybe we could see if he's had any contact with the warden, or if the warden has any contact with him. Now that we know the warden and the mayor's assistant mayor are all kind of connected to it all, and see if there's any connection, any more connection.
Well, the assistant mayor is less connected.
Yes, I understand that.
I mean, we also don't know where this inn is, and so maybe he might be able to point us in the direction of the inn. So it wouldn't hurt just to stop by and ask.
I agree. That way we can
Give him an
at least give
update
a
that,
shit.
you know, obviously, hey, we're on the trail of finding his daughter still, and see where it goes.
Yep.
So yeah, we want to go back to his leather making shop.
All right, so you take him to the leather shop, Gwen, correct? Okay, so you know your way there. It is actually closer than where you were previously heading anyway. Okay, so as you emerge out of the woods, you had to get onto one of the main roads, and in order to find your way there, and you now take a right off the main road, and you go straight for about half an hour now, as y'all are just walking, and then you arrive at the Hyde Leather Shop. Do y'all go in? Do you scout the place out? What do y'all decide to do?
I think we just walk in. I mean, we're familiar with him.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Alright.
Agree?
I think Norm is going he is going to kind of scout around the building, because I think Norm's real paranoid at this point of I don't want anybody to I'm looking for
Quick look around,
Yeah.
or are you doing it trying not to be seen or noticed, being skeptical?
like I don't care if I'm noticed, but I would like to be as like nonchalant about it
Okay.
as possible.
Just give me
with
just give me a
being said.
perception check then.
And then on the trip there, I would have kept my eyes open, looking to see if I see the 3 guys that assaulted us at all.
Oh
Your perception
no! Oh no!
What'd you get?
That sounds like a nat one if
Oh,
I've ever
no.
if I've ever heard one.
This is how we're starting off the day. Oh no!
Let's hear it.
Oh, it's a nat one, baby.
Oh man, what a great start.
Oh
So
no!
a nat 1. You started sliming your way through around the area, and then you get stuck in something. And
Splish splash! I got hit by a bat.
you're trying to move through, but like it gets a little weird, and like you kind of, it feels familiar, and then you just start contemplating what it is that's roaming around inside of you now, because you're very analytical about the things you store inside yourself, and yeah, you just got stuck in a big pile of horse dung. So
Wonderful.
you contemplate it for a while, and then you move away from it, and you complete your search, but you're really still thinking about that horse dung that you just went through, wondering what animal it came from, and just absorbing that experience of this new world.
just like not like a solid form, like I'm like perked up and looking around, but just kind of like slowly kind of pancake out and just like, oh shit.
All right, what was your roll?
25.
25? Okay.
You saw the whole thing happen.
You do notice Norm getting stuck in there, but that's not what you're trying to pay attention to. So you notice it quickly look away, and you don't seem to see any of the people that you're looking out for in the area or in the occasional passerby, because you're kind of on the outskirts of town right now, and at the very edge of it. So there's not that much traffic going through. It's really just like the occasional person.
Yeah, throughout our travels, that's something Basil will be doing, is trying to keep an eye out to see if those 3 that are already working for the warden.
Okay, so
Also-
once we leave the shop again, we'll have you doing the perception check, and that will hold until you get to the next destination.
Okay.
Also, I said the wrong name. I said Bildo, which is the one of the towns or locations. It was Grimnar Barrowpick, by the way.
Yes,
So
Grimnar
sorry.
Barpick is the owner of the shop.
I said Bildo, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Build those, yeah.
Yeah.
He just
It's-
really,
it's
really
an
wanted to
easy
say the word.
conclusion. He is in the region of Bildo in the town of Eldoria.
Me and my names, I've got my names all mixed up.
You got your helmets and your buildos. all mixed up.
Just no Dagginses.
So, didn't see anything suspicious, so we think we're good to go on in.
I wasn't looking for anything suspicious.
Or just-
I was looking
yeah.
for the 3 people
Yeah.
that. So,
All right,
I'm-
so y'all going?
okay.
All right. So y'all enter, and of course, at the front you see Mrs. Barrowpick. You remember her name is Natus, and she looks at you. Are there any new news of my daughter? What have you found? And she is like wide-eyed. You can tell she really hasn't gotten much sleep, whether it's from excitement or exhausted, just because of the trying times. Y'all can't really tell.
As of now, nothing yet. I apologize, but we came back to talk to your husband about a few things regarding his debt. I know it's not something you really want to talk about, but it's something that I think is very pertinent to the investigation of your child.
A debt? Well, I'm the one that handles the books for the shop, so.
So you know the debt then?
Oh yes, of course. It's we're having a very bad run of it here, and with all this having to give free materials to new people coming into town, like it just kept adding up. No, people get their freebies and just never come back.
Well, it's understandable. I guess the real question is, who has contacted you about the debt?
Well, it's mainly been the vice mayor who would contact and politely inform us that we still owe the city quite a substantial sum of money, And we tried to tell him what the issue was, but as it's town policy that caused the issue, he didn't seem to be very agreeable to our suggestions.
Have you made any payments on the debt, and has that debt gone down as the result of your payments?
I mean, we've made payments, but there is an interest policy on the debt, so it's really not changed much. If anything, I think it's gone up a bit.
Would you say that maybe over time you've paid more than your debt is owed, and now you still owe the debt?
No,
Okay.
it's. I mean, we've paid a substantial sum of money, but we don't get enough business here in the city. We're not within the walls, and we can only occasionally set up at the market because it's just me and my husband really here, and our daughter's still pretty little. But I'd say let me check the books real quick. And she goes and she reaches back behind the counter, and it seems to be like a little pocket ledger that she keeps there. You could tell it's probably not the serious business ledger, but she keeps it for notes. And she flips through it, tries to find what she's looking for. Oh yes, right here. Now we've paid about 1,659 gold in debt so far.
That's out of the 2,000 that you were originally owed.
Yes, that's correct.
And then, so how much do you still have left on that with the interest? Do you know?
I believe 2,000.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm making notes here.
We've had this debt for a pretty long time. We've lived in this town for quite a while already, and it's really just grown ever since we've been here.
I imagine a lot of people in your circumstances have got to just try to flee town. What does the town normally do when that happens?
Kidnap children.
Contingency of like
Have you
bounty
had-
hunters or anything like that that normally goes after these people?
Have you gone outside of town yet?
A little into the woods, but
Well, out past the woods, you'll find some pig farms and other kinds of farms, and then you go past the farms, and then it's a wasteland.
so you really don't have anywhere to go.
No, not unless you can afford to pay for an airship to take you somewhere.
Quick question. What part of Faerun are we currently located?
Oh, so you're from here then?
Yes, I've been to Waterdeep and a few other locations.
You're very far from Water's Deep.
Where would you say about? That way I can get a bearing.
I'd say if you were to ride a horse from here to Waterdeep, it would probably take you the rest of your life.
So we're not on the Sword's Coast. Where are we?
Oh, we're on the exact opposite side of from the Sword Coast in Faerun. I can't tell you exactly where, but you can ask a cartographer in town if you want.
Well, that's, I guess, good to know. Well, I guess the next thing to ask is, do you know where the, what was the name of the tavern?
It is, and I know I have this one right. It is the Strudel Inn.
Where the Strudel Inn is?
Strudel. I don't... Get near! Get near! Get near! What is it, woman? Can't you see I'm working back here? Get over here. The people trying to find our daughter are waiting for you. And then she's like, oh, sorry. So you hear like a bunch of clanging of materials. He trips over something, obviously, as you hear a loud clang on the ground, and he rushes out the door. Is there any news of my daughter?
As I already told your wife, there hasn't been any new information that has been
Then
given.
why are you here?
Well, we need
Go find my daughter, you crazy animals.
We do have a lead, but that's why we're here.
You have a lead.
Yes.
You have a lead. What is it? What is the lead?
Well, we have been able to hopefully infiltrate the warden of the prison.
What does he have to do with this?
All right. I'll be very frank with you. Our method to get your daughter back doesn't concern you really, as long as we get her back. What we're going through is...
You haven't gotten her back yet, so it does concern me greatly how you do things right now.
I understand you feel that way, but you haven't done much to help yourself.
You're
anyways.
talking about the warden. What does the warden have to do with it?
He has nothing to do with any of it.
That's not what your friend just said.
It was a phonetic slip. He doesn't understand what's really happening. He barely got his memory back.
Make a deception check. All right. Oh, well. Oh, so you don't have any leads then?
No, I apologize for being snappy. I understand why you're snappy, but we're trying our best right now. The only information we have is we're trying to get the Strudel Inn, and that's about all I understand. That's the next lead we have.
Strudel.
Or Strudel Tavern.
I don't know of any tavern called the Strudel Inn or Strudel Tavern. There's taverns that make strudel.
That's better than nothing. What taverns make strudel or are known for their strudels, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, there's many taverns that make strudel, but
Do you know of any breweries or wineries in the area that deliver to all the local inns or taverns? We might be able to just go direct to the source and find out where they deliver to.
so if you're looking for a brewery, I mean, I know where one is. Do you know where the main chapel is?
I can't say I do, but you'll probably have to lead us in the right direction. Remember, we are brand new to the city.
You need to leave the shop.
There's no need to leave the shop if you can give us general directions. I believe we could get there.
Do you know where town hall is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
Well, go north from town hall. Then go east of the market. And then ask around, because I can't give any more specific directions than that.
That's great. That gives us in the general direction, and that's what we can look for. And then on top of that,
What's the name of this brewery or whatever we're looking for?
I don't remember the name of it specifically, but there's only one or two breweries in that region. So once you reach that side of town, they should know exactly what you're talking about.
right? And then you don't know any that are taverns that are famous for strudel. Is there any that pique your interest or that you can recall?
I mean, I know where I like to get strudel from. Hey, Solon. What? I have just finished your armor. Why don't you all come back into my shop and I will show you the armor that I just finished.
This is fucking sadomasochism at its finest.
I mean, I'm not really interested. No, come on. Let's go see the armor. Wife, you keep watching the storefront. I'll take care of our guests here. Yes, right this way. Everyone follow.
Basil just goes and steps by the door, keeping an eye out, seeing if he can see anything.
All right, so you don't follow?
I do not.
All right, he's already turned away and he's walking that way. Who all is going with him?
Gwen will go.
Gwen will go.
Sure, I'll go.
John is going. Are you going, Norm?
Yes, I'm going with them.
Okay. All right.
Against my better judgment, I'm going with them.
All right. So y'all follow him back into his shop. It is a pretty small room, like a 10 by 12 space. It just has a simple leather working bench and a tanner's rack. But once you're all inside, he closed the door. Okay, so I don't have your armor done, but I do know of a place that y'all can go to get some strudel.
I am afraid that. Are we talking about the same thing?
You're talking about the food of Strudel, right?
Yes, okay, wonderful.
Why did you have to bring us back here to tell us?
Let's just say that my wife doesn't very much like the place that I go to get the strudel.
Does it involve large muscular men and sausages?
No. Where do you
Okay.
get strudel at?
Are you talking about getting some
I'm-
strudel and a
I'm-
little tug on the noodle?
I'm not
What?
exactly sure what strudel actually is.
Could you just give us this name, please?
I'm talking about the lewd bitch, damn it.
That's what it's called?
I didn't name the place, but you can see why my wife might not like, a place of such name, but they have fantastic strudel.
Well, could be a good reason why the warden didn't give us the actual name.
I think I've heard of restaurants like these. There is a wonderful chicken wing restaurant that is named something similar to this.
In your world?
Yes.
No, I think I've heard of it too. It's something to do with owl bears. Don't tell my wife about this. Okay, we never had this conversation. Solon, yes, I need to do some patchwork on your armor still, so I'm sorry that it wasn't to your standards. Please come back again. Well, good day. And he opens the door and speaks very loudly, hoping that his wife can hear every word he's saying. And do y'all exit, or where do y'all go?
I exit, but I think Norm looks at his wife to see if there's any kind of eye rolling or whatever.
His wife is just slumped in the chair in the front, barely writing something down, just not. Seems like she's not very enthusiastic in what she's doing. She seems, at least from what you see, she seems not
Distraught.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
the direction of the of this place,
Of what place? Do you remember?
the strudel place.
Oh, you want to see some of my works? Get back inside.
Yeah, let me see what you got.
All right. So, in order to get to the place, you go north, follow the north road from Town Hall. Pass about 3 streets, and then it should be to the right on the corner.
Is there any secret words to get in, or is it free? Is it?
No, what do you think this place is?
You don't want to tell your wife about it, so I'm just making sure.
Are you gonna tell my wife about it?
No,
No,
I'm just making sure you're not leading us there and we can't get in.
You
Okay.
can get in,
Perfect.
I think.
You think? What do you usually do when you get there? Do you have to?
Y'all are pretty weird. They might not let you in any place.
I guess a bunch of
You have
I guess,
a rolling snot ball with you.
I mean, trying to save your daughter is pretty weird, I guess.
Just go. He opens the door. And do y'all exit or?
Yeah, I'm exiting.
All right. So you exit. Do you
Yeah,
exit?
Gwen's just gonna follow Janu.
Gwen follows Janu. All right, you're
I'm already
you're
outside.
already out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanted to maintain. So roll perception, and that'll squirrel stay until you get to a location.
Bummer. 11.
Okay, so you're actively taking a look around, but you don't really seem to notice anything out of place. But you are actively searching.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else want to keep an active look out while they're patrolling the streets, or are y'all gonna just beeline to the location? Or do you want to stop anywhere first, or?
Gwen, right before we leave, Gwen's gonna turn around, pull the book out of his bag, but upside down so the back's showing, so it doesn't say what the title is, just so we can see the size of it and everything. And just say, I'm trying to find a book that's about this big or bigger. Blank pages or just enough pages that'll make this up. Can you lead me in the right direction of where I could go?
And who are you speaking to?
The wife.
Okay, so you're speaking to the wife. Sure. Yeah, if there's a... Do you want it specially crafted, or do you want a
Nope,
store?
I just need
Well,
a
if you go-
medium big enough to copy.
If you go to the market inside of town, then there's plenty of stores right there along the edge of the market that will sell books like what you're asking for.
Alrighty, thank you.
Have a nice day.
I will do the perception thing.
Okay, so you're gonna actively search.
Yeah. 17 and 4 is a 21.
Okay. All right, so you're actively searching, and
I'm afraid.
What are you afraid of?
Oh, I was like, I would like to help with the perception, but also I'm afraid.
Because you got the nat 1 earlier.
Yes, because I think I've got
I
a
mean,
piece of horse dung floating around inside of me.
That sounds like some meta, Zach. I mean, if your character is gonna make a perception check, then you should just do it.
I think I need to get that out of my system. I would also like to help.
That's how shit works. Yes.
14 total.
All right, 14 total. All right, so you're keeping a decent eye around, and you notice just like sketchy people, like but a pretty normal amount of sketchy people, no different than what you personally thought was sketchy whenever you arrived in town, as you observed while you're walking past when you first arrived here. Then, but you don't along the journey. You don't really seem to notice anything pertinent to your current investigations.
What about me with my 21?
Well, let's see where we go first. Where are we going first, guys?
Yeah.
Should we go to the lewd bitch?
What's that?
Oh, they told us that this strudel place could, the best strudel for him is
We aren't
the
still within earshot of the wife, are we?
no. With the doors closed, we closed the door, right?
Okay. Just making sure
Oh
I
yes,
heard that
yeah.
right.
I'm hoping y'all have already left.
Yes, yeah, we're walking. So yeah, it's a place that supposedly has the best strudel, according to Grimnar. And with that kind of name, that seems like a place that the mayor would send two unfine gentlemen of their ilk. So that's what I would recommend. But of course, if we want to split up, we can always do that as well.
Now let's stick together this time.
There's no need.
I don't want to miss out on any more bloody. Fun.
You don't want to split the party?
No.
No.
I don't know what that is. That's meta.
But I would like to stop at a place where I want to copy this book. So no matter what happens, we have a copy for ourselves.
That's on the way, right? It's like in between.
Yeah, we have to turn at the market anyway. So if I could just
Yeah, let's stop
pop
there.
right
We can stop
in.
there on the way. Well, hold on though. One thing to consider: we did steal this book. So is someone that you go get this copy from, are they going to realize it's stolen?
Well, I won't show them the book. I just need something with, and I'll just hold my hand up to about the width of the book and
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
I just need enough pages to.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'd say we go there. You could go with that.
Yeah, Basil follows along.
All right, so y'all are walking through town, and you enter in through the south gate of the actual inner walled city, and you are currently looking around Janu, and you notice that the security seems pretty lax, even compared to normal, and you're kind of expecting for security to be even higher since you still kind of think that a jailbreak just happened personally. So you feel like you're already thinking that you were expecting a higher level of security, but it's even lower than normal for you. So the gate guards, there's only 2 of them at the gate. They don't seem to really be caring about what's going on. They're not really at alert stances or anything. Or checking anybody as they come into the town.
As a aside, is there have I perceived what that kind of station usually looks like as far as the amount of guards?
Yes, you've already walked through the town.
How many? Like you say, there's 2 at the gate.
Mm-hmm.
How many would there normally be?
There would normally be 4.
Okay.
4 at each of the main gates. This is the main
Gotcha.
southern gate, and there's only 3 main gates.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm gonna, and then I'll relay that to information in the group. It's like, hey guys, guards are looking a little thinner than usual. Not in size or like body size, but just the amount that there are. Y'all see that? Do y'all notice that?
Now that you mention it, I do. They also don't look like they really care about anything. I wonder if, like, they're, normally if there's less guards, the ones that are there are
Or more alert.
So I'm wondering if there's something going on in town, or
Possibly in this area, if they're not really paying attention.
let's not ask the guards because that might make them suspicious. But ask some people. Probably people at the lewd bitch will be talking about what the guards are doing. All right. In my experience, that's where I've gotten a lot of my information about people. I'm gonna.
Could also ask the person we get this book from when we stop at the location, see if they know.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so y'all keep walking into town.
Well, before we walk into town, I wanted to kind of take another look around to see if there's anything going on unusual with the guards there, like maybe a kid being taken or anything happening at that moment.
All right, well, we're keeping that perception score because this is the same journey. But as you look around, you don't. I mean, you kind of notice that the guards are less too, but it doesn't seem to alert you as much as it did him. It's just like, oh, I don't see as many guards today, kind of thing. But he kind of pointed out to you, so now you do have that knowledge in your head as well. But other than that, it just seems like a normal day. The citizens are walking around, just doing their daily business. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of special thing that might be going on that would, like, there's no citizens are dressed normally. It's just normal every day.
And even with my perception, I can't like make out like, do I notice any like maybe like a cluster of guards kind of maybe in a certain building or something?
No,
or
that was your observation.
Gotcha.
Was the gate guards.
you got it. Okay.
All right, so we keep moving forward. So as y'all wander down the street, y'all know to take a right at the fountain because that leads towards the town hall, the main city hall. And you are now in the main city hall square. You look to your right, you see City Hall, where Gwen was recently adventuring in. And
So it's night now, right? Because we left when Gwen was in town hall. It was closed because you guys left for the jail or for the prison as they were closing up shop.
we were in the prison for a while.
Now,
Is it morning? I guess. Is it morning?
Yeah,
Or
it is
afternoon?
around now that we've done the rounds with going to the leather shop and everything. It is around noon.
Okay, but it is the next
A little.
day.
It is the next day, a little bit past noon. So, this is kind of around where people are taking lunch. So when you walk by, you see people sitting on the side, like eating some lunch, eating some food. You haven't really walked by any restaurants or cafes yet, so you don't really see people there. But the area in front of the town hall is pretty crowded with people sitting and eating, just waiting to get back to their daily duties. That's really about it. So do y'all continue past City Hall and towards location? All right, so you turn left from City Hall. You're going down the street, and you stop once you get to the area that's bordering the market space. From y'all's knowledge, you know that because you were told the schedule for the week, the market that y'all had attended is not open today. It's not a market day for that market, but the buildings bordering the market are kind of the permanent residences of a lot of the people that have stalls during market day. And those bookstore that you've been told to go to, 2 of them appear on your left, right next to each other. One of them.
If you would like, I can. I don't really have anything super interesting at them. You can just give me a price, and I can pay for whatever like a 300-page book would cost.
Okay, so you go to the first one that you see on your left, and it's called the Shining Bookbinder, and they seem to be mainly bookbinders themselves, but they sell a lot of blank books towards the front of the store. And you said you wanted just a general kind of book.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be impressive or anything. Just
okay. So you grab the first one that you see that fits the right size of the book that you want, and you go over to the counter where you see an old halfling man. What can I help you with?
well, hi there, my friend.
Hello.
I'd like to purchase this big old plop. Slams the book on, and if you got about 10 smaller size notebooks with about 20 pages each, something I could carry around with me, that would be just wonderful. And some
Sure.
ink and quill too. That'd be great.
If you just go over to across the other, so where you grab this book on the other side of the store, we have all the smaller size notebooks. So you can grab a handful of those, and I'll be glad to help you up here at the counter when you're ready to check out.
All right, I appreciate you kindly. All right, so I'll go grab books and come on back.
As he's walking over, the Basil kind of just like hops up. So are you in charge?
Yes, I'm in charge of the counter.
Oh, are you the owner is my question. I apologize.
I am one of the owners, yes.
Basil kind of just like puts his ear. All right, I'm just wondering, and just kind of hops back down.
Well, that was interesting. So this is all you're getting?
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay. Let's see. Total will come out to 20 gold pieces.
Well, my. That is almost everything I have to my name. Would you be able to do it for maybe 15? I know we're new in town and we should get this for free, but I'm going to be a pleasant neighbor, and I would love to give you some gold for your goods and or services.
Well, I appreciate your generosity. Sure, 15 gold sounds wonderful.
Thank you, neighbor. Slams his gold down, or puts his gold down and gets the books.
Wow.
And I'll head on out.
All right.
As we're walking out, I kind of turn back and say, quick question. Why are there so few guards than what we've seen as normal? Do you might not know why that is?
There's fewer guards out there right now.
Yeah, usually we see like 4 at the gates, and there's only 2.
I don't know why that could be. Maybe something's happening. Is everything all right from what you've seen besides that?
Everything looks normal.
Is there a holiday or anything today?
No, there's no holiday today. It's not even the market today. I don't know what it could be. Are you saying there's no guards patrolling the streets right now?
Just fewer than normal than what we've seen since we
You
first.
should tell all your friends that there's no guards out and about right now.
Maybe one of them will know why.
Probably.
Or,
maybe you should ask some friends. They probably know.
and if not, and maybe
Roll
the guards are gone for
persuasion with
some other
advantage.
reason. It'd be nice for them to know too.
My math just broke at 25.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right. If there's guards not patrolling the streets, this could be another monster attack or something that's out on the border of the farms.
Probably
Oh my
something
goodness.
like that.
I'll be right back. Shop's closed. Have a nice day. Bye.
As he goes to close the shop, I try to take stuff.
Yeah, roll sleight of hand with advantage because he's panicked right now. He's not really noticing.
Can I help by
steal stuff?
rolling by like a slime?
19, and I'm just taking the money that he just gave him.
No, I was like help distract him. Like
Oh, he
act
had
like
the-
an
he had
ooze.
the money in
Don't
his
say
hand.
Oh, he
anything.
had the money in his hand.
Yes. He had just grabbed the money.
Well, I'm trying to look at is there a place where there is more money that I can just take?
Well, he's currently walking around to get ready to close the shop towards the front, kind of like ushering y'all out panically, but he's still walking towards the door.
I just grab an extra ink quill and pen.
Okay, yeah, you're able to snap it, and you say you were helping Norm.
Yes.
He's gonna roll a 1 like last time and have him trip over him.
So roll a d4 for me, Chase. 1d4. 3. Okay. So this is a master quality bookbinder store, and so the ink that you stole is worth 300 gold pieces.
I don't know that, but I'm just gonna take it and we'll roll with it later on in life.
I wrote the actual Elder Scrolls with this.
Norm, are you gonna help by having him like stick it into you? Like, hold on to this for me, buddy.
Hey, can you hold this?
So the ink is worth gold, or is the ink and quill?
Well, no, you don't really know this for like inventory notes until you get appraised by someone or try to sell.
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm
For
just saying,
inventory
like,
notes,
did I have ink and did I grab quill? Both, one of each.
You did grab a quill also, but the quill just seems like a feather that's sharpened to you.
That's all I need. Yeah.
It's just like I'm gonna help. Like
in Gwen's pockets.
You slip it into Gwen's pocket.
Absolutely.
Do you bother to notice?
Oh yeah, I'll always try to notice.
Okay.
Well, I guess that'd be passive perception at 16.
Yes.
He just-
So 16.
I'm winking at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll nudge my hip over to you, make it a little bit
All right.
easier.
So now, Gwen, you have
The ink and quill.
the ink and quill.
Phenomenal.
Okay. So, and I'm sorry, you were helping, right, Gwen? Not Gwen. Sorry, Norm.
Yes, I just wanted to help as like the actual distraction. Just like he's trying to close stuff up, and I'm trying to get out of the way. So I'm just gonna like ooze through one of the cracks in the wall to try to like get out of the way, like through the door.
It's like the little halfling just kind of notices. He's like, okay, and just keeps walking towards the front.
As I walk by him, I say, "What's the worst monster that has ever attacked this place?"
The dragon.
That would be a shame. But don't books burn easily? And I just walk off.
Constitution savings throw.
What has gotten into you?
So you see him just frozen and panting, and then he kind of leans to the door, saying, "Leave." Okay.
I put my hand kind of on like his shoulder and be like, "I'm sure everything will be fine."
It's too late. He collapses and he's clutching his chest, and he's breathing and kind of goes stiff and then you just don't see him move anymore.
Is he still breathing?
I take his money back.
Yeah, is he dying? Like
Before he does
Roll a
anything,
medicine check.
as he's doing that, I take the gold from his persons.
22.
You are very familiar with dead bodies and the transition from life to death. And
Oh
so
no!
you are seeing the light fade from his eyes as his body slowly grows paler.
No!
This is an old halfling riddle.
So Gwen's pupils dilate.
It's
And
experience death without killing.
and he will lay down like chest to chest on top of him. So their eyes are like right next to each other. And he's just like, "I love breathing in the last breaths." And he's just like sucking the air. But then when he feels like it's getting, right about to be, that last like rattles when the eyes start dilating more and more, he'll breathe in, like he'll suck the death breath out and then breathe out and then cast cure wounds.
All right, roll for the spell.
Real quick, did he take the gold already though?
Oh yeah,
There's like no one watching right now. This is
Norm is just plastered against a window, like, what the fuck?
So he heals him for 12, and as he's breathing out, he goes, "Come on back, neighbor."
Why is this the worst Mr. Rogers?
all right. So you see this tiny little old gnome, just like,
And then Gwen slides down his body so his ears on his chest, hearing his heart start like pumping again. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's good."
but he is still unconscious. He didn't fully get unconscious yet, but the shock of it and the trauma of the body has just knocked him into the unconscious state. But he seems to still be breathing and alive, thanks to your efforts.
Gwen's gonna take just a random piece of paper that he finds and write a little note. It just says, "Get well soon." And then Gwen.
And with that,
So I have the 21. So I've been able to see every little thing, right? Everything is.
oh yeah, you're noticing this entire debacle.
So I'm just kind of standing there. I watch everything, and I just say,
And with that, let's end our session for today. And we hope that you come back next time and watch us on 4 DMs and a Noob.